Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Blu-ray edition of Ridley Scott's Prometheus. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I'll put a link for that in the description. Okay, Prometheus is here on 4K Blu-ray. Now, this is one of the initial titles that came out on the Blu-ray 4K format way back when, 2017. So I've had this one for quite a bit, but I wanted to review it because I always feel that this movie doesn't get enough love, and let me explain that. I think, honestly, I understand what Ridley Scott was going for as far as an Alien prequel, or kind of like in a semi-same, vein of the original Alien films. And I understand why a lot of people were frustrated that it kind of didn't live up to it. But I think it was actually shot beautifully. I did kind of dig the story. Of course, some of the stupid human decisions here, as far as that goes, is just part of the movie. But I just love the aesthetic. I think the characters are cool, and I think the overall story it was trying to tell was really fascinating, and it was just very good overall presentation. I really liked it. I think, as I said, I think it was shot awesome. It has some great. The opening shot alone is beautiful. And it adds a lot of mythology to it without, being directly an alien kind of thing. And I think it might have also had to do with like how it was marketed and promoted. That also had a lot to do with it. But I really think that Prometheus is a really cool flick, and I would recommend checking that out if you've never had the chance to before. All right, now we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio, but first let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K edition of Ridley Scott's Prometheus here, and if memory serves, this did not include a slipcover during its initial run, so we just have our standard casing here, and then the back cover, the spine, and interior. Some nice artwork there on the Blu-ray and the 4K disc. So, alright, that's it for the unboxing. Let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Prometheus was shot digitally, finished at 2K DI, so this is going to be an upscale as far as the 4K presentation goes, so no native 4K here. But I think that being said, it is actually a beautiful looking picture. I think 20th Century Fox really has some of the best as far as that goes when it comes to picture quality, especially here on the 4K format. And I think here it just really shines despite it being a 2K upscale here. So it also supports HDR10, so no Dolby Vision per 20th Century Fox usual standards. But that being said, I think it's a beautiful looking picture overall. I think the way it looks, it lends itself to a good amount of detail. There is a great amount of black levels. I think black levels are probably the highlight here of the film. There's plenty of interior scenes, aboard the ships, the relic in the ship that look good, and they highlight any kind of light sources. It looks really fantastic, and I think overall very deep and inky blacks for the most part here. Color levels a little bit on the muted side as far as just overall like outdoor scenes. The opening shot again, once again, it has kind of like a very bluish grayish tint to it. It's not naturally like colorful like it would be, on a standard film, but it is, I think overall it renders those colors very nicely. Now also like the interior of the actual human ship, the lights look good. They have a natural look to it, and there's just the various control panels and the gadgets that are blinking on and off. They look great, and I think color is very enhanced there. HDR very much uses that to its advantage. Level of detail is also very well done here. Detail looks good. It's very good in that everything from the alien creatures, human skin, textures of the suits that they're wearing to go explore on the alien planet. It all has nice detail to it, and it's a really good overall presentation. Picture quality wise, it's a very nice looking picture. Prometheus on 4K supports a 7.1 DTS track, and there's no Atmos or DTS:X here, so what we get here are basically a very good 7.1. Unfortunately, no height speakers are being utilized here, but that being said, I think the track here is very weighty and very strong. Center channel dialogue is very clean and easy to understand, even during those heightened action sequences, no obstruction there, so it really comes through clean and clear. Your front levels, they sound good. They're very good. There's a lot going on. The action is handled properly, and it's really got a good oomph to it. The mid-levels and rears have plenty of activity as well. Everything from ambience to just, you know, the echoing, you know, when they're in the derelict ship in the chamber, where you know, they find the engineer. It all is rendered here using those mid-levels and rears, and there's a lot of good usage coming out from those speakers. The LFE kicks in quite frequently, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of oomph, and there's a lot of strength to it. Very good overall. I mean, it's used properly throughout the film, and I didn't feel like it was bursting at the seams. It's appropriate levels of LFE, and I think overall very good in that department. For my overall scores, I'm going to go ahead and give the picture quality of Prometheus on 4K a solid A. I think the HDR really adds a lot here to this beautiful looking picture. While a native 4K would have been nice, I understand the reasoning they didn't, but here I think HDR really kind of just adds that extra layer, and it looks beautiful. It's a great looking image. For the audio mix, I'm going to give that one an A-. I think it's a very strong audio presentation. Everything gets utilized fairly nicely. It's used aggressively, but it's not going to, you know, blow out your speakers. It's a really good serviceable audio mix on Prometheus. Everything gets used here, and I think it's done so fairly effectively. So that is my review of Prometheus on 4K Blu-ray. Let me know in the comments below if you are a fan of the film, and have you checked out the 4K, and what did you think of it? In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.